fed them. So they kind of scattered out on me. Look out there at the feeder. I've been going out there and feeding them to keep them off the porch, to allow us a little bit of space up here. Nina, you and Forrest, or you and Ranger, come here. No, they're already gone. They look like a couple of little snakes coming out of the hole.
Lucy says, how about me, boss? How about me, boss? I love carrots. Lucy has had her special breakfast that I fix for her every morning when I'm home. Chris fixes when I'm not, out on the front deck, and she's the only deer that comes on the front deck. I don't know if she's told the other ones they can't come up there or whether they just don't come up there. Milburn came to the front deck. He would go up on the front deck, but not very often. He didn't like it up there. It's high. It's way up high, and you know, like deer don't like to crawl up in trees that I know of. I've never seen one crawl up in a tree. Look at Lucy there. She's so pretty. That's my girl. And the babies went on over there to eat.
Yeah, they
with
gave
the others.
up on you coming out.
They like to go eat with the big deer. I mean, you know, it's so strange that they do that. And of course now, you know, Lucy was raised totally on a bottle, as was
These two.
Jenny and Forrest were raised totally on a bottle, whereas the triplets, which we only have 2 left, but the triplets were raised on Lucy's milk. You know, we actually tried to give them a bottle a little bit just because we didn't know if they were getting enough to eat. Obviously they were, but so they're really more wild by far than these 3 here. And really and truly, Forrest and Jenny are a little bit more wild, although you can't tell right now. They're a little bit more wild than Lucy is. Lucy's not wild at all. Lucy is just, she's my baby. And she's really totally.
You want more Jenny, or you full?
She said, Jimmy's walking around behind us. He think we're going to put another ribbon or something on us.
Tommy carried the ribbons out, and they weren't happy about that at all.
We need to get ribbons on those 2 babies because we put them on and they take them off. I don't know how they do that.
Somebody pulls them off.
Somebody pulls them off.
You want more?
Chomp, 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 chomp. Y'all don't eat very daintily.
Who says we're dainty?
They're not dainty.
We're dainty.
I'm going to tell you, Forrest might have some pretty good sized antlers. This will be his first antlers. His daddy is a really fine Oklahoma buck. His mama is an Iowa doe, so he's got a good bloodline. You can see.
She wasn't a very good mother.
She
wasn't a very good mother, was she?
No, her mother wasn't a very good mother. They abandoned them. They would have died. Well, we saved them.
These are
They are rescue. They are rescue deer.
Of course, Forrest was all crippled up when he was born.
That's why he's named Forrest Gump.
And
of course, he could be Forrest Wood also. We have a Nina after Nina Wood, and we have a Ranger, but we already had a Forrest, so.
We've almost gone through a bag. You reckon we've had enough?
Y'all eat a whole bag? Yeah, they probably have that. And y'all say something.
There's a turkey.
I'll be dang. That big gobbler showed up out there.
They haven't been coming around.
We haven't been seeing any turkeys lately. Look at the beard on that booger, will you? Big gobbler. Sometimes we'll have 15 or 20, but they haven't been around at all lately. One of the things about wild turkeys is they don't stay in the same places in the spring that they do in the fall or the winter. So a lot of people see a lot of turkeys around in certain areas during the fall and the winter, and they think it'll be great turkey hunting back in that area in the turkey season in the spring, but it's not. They use different areas, and it's amazing that big boy there, since it's food and he's a guy, doesn't come around every day no matter what. Now he might be around now for several days. He has got a huge beard and big long spurs. As long as he hangs around the house here, he's pretty safe. He's probably about a 3 or 4 year old bird. And a beauty. And he's just.
I didn't even see him come in. I don't know which way he came from.
I'm sure he come from down the hill. He's picking up South Fresh deer food, and corn. We've got a mixture in that feeder out there. Eating both. All right, guys, you've had you a little carrot snack.
Well, we're almost to the bottom of the bag, so we're just going to finish it off.
You gonna finish the bag off? Look at what we found here. Now we're up here in the woods. We came up here where my partner, come here, Jenny. Come here, baby. Come here, Jenny. What are you doing?
That's Forrest.
All right, Forrest. Come here, Forrest. Come here, Forrest. Scratch your little horns. He likes to have his little horns. He's got nubbins. That's all he got. Well, we were up here. We come up here to look around a little bit, and my partner's son Aaron was down here yesterday. Him and Apache and a couple of helpers put a new culvert in right here. We're about a mile from the house, and we're just up here looking at what they done. Chris was doing the inspection work. She's the inspector. What you doing, baby? Huh? What are you doing, little boy? And we're up here talking and messing around. And like I said, we're probably a mile away from the house. And we look up and there's two deer. And I saw that this was a little buck with a tag in his ear. I didn't notice that it was Forrest. But I said, well, it's two little bucks here. And she said, that's Forrest and Jenny. I didn't see their little collars they got on there. There was a little soft plastic deals. They're just real flimsy.
They actually came from
they're about to fall apart.
farther side from the house.
They're what?
They came from...
Yeah, they came from up on the hill. They came from that way is where they come from. They didn't even come from the house.
You're not supposed to be up here.
If I saw Lucy, because I can be out here walking in the woods, but now we're in a mule. We drove down here in the mule, and it's a pretty good ways from the house. And these two guys are a pretty good ways from the house. There's coyotes and bad stuff out here. You know that? You know that? There's bad stuff out here. He says, I know that. I'm a big deer. He is almost a year old. You look at the size of him. He is really a good sized deer for a year old. So he found his boss out here. And you know what he's probably thinking? What are you doing way off out here? You're supposed to be at the house. You're not supposed to be way off out here. Yeah, you're not supposed to be way off out here. They like those horns rubbed. And those are just little nubs. But now he might have some pretty decent. What are you doing, Jenny? Jenny says, I think maybe, is he getting something to eat? Is he getting something to eat? No, I'm not. Yeah, is he getting something to eat? No, I'm not. Yeah. We raised these little girls and guys on the bottle, and they just nice little babies. Yeah. Almost a year old. I think they were born in May, so they're not too far off. March, April, May. They're about 9 months old, but they're big deer. You see the size of him? He's wanting to mess around and rub on those horns. Yeah, he likes those little antlers rubbed. A little cut below your eye, buddy. Oh, no, I guess not. This is sink gland. Yeah. All right, well, y'all go back to the house. Y'all not supposed to be out here. Bad things are way out here in the woods.
Well, Lucy is having breakfast in bed this morning. Is she a spoiled deer or is she a spoiled deer? Looks like she's got some lettuce and some carrots and some Cheerios. I think that's all that's in there. Might have some other stuff in the bottom, maybe a piece of tomato or something. Anyway, she's doing fine. She looks kind of ragged this morning, but we've all figured out how that happened. So I'm going to show you later how badly these deer are shedding their winter coats. I mean, you touch them and you're covered in hair, deer hair. So anyway, they are getting rid of their winter coats and getting ready for summer. They might ought to keep them for another week or two. It sounds like we've got some cold weather coming. So, but anyway, Lucy's fine this morning, having breakfast in bed. I'm going to go out the other side of the house, and it looks like I have a whole gang waiting out here too. Got a couple, got Forrest and Jenny laying on the porch waiting for theirs. And there is Pretty Little Ranger. He's wanting something to eat. And there's little Nina. I think that they're all hungry, so I guess I better go feed them before I feed my people family. I've got Jimmy and Sherry and Jack came down last night, so we're going to have some pancakes. Like Jimmy says, we don't have pancakes unless some of the kids are here, and that's what's happening today. Feed buckets are almost empty, so I'm going to have Jimmy or Apache fill them up for me. Now then, once I give these guys up here something, I have to go out here and feed these critters something out here so they'll leave my little family alone. They come up here and want to get on the porch and battle my little guys for food out of their bowls. So we're going to give them, I've been coming out here and throwing them some extra food, so it'll take them a little while to eat it all. And I just throw it out my hands, waiting for the feeder to throw it. Corn we've been getting lately's got a lot of trash in it. I think they call it dirty corn or something. Anyway, it's got a lot of stuff in it that stops the dispenser up a little bit and keeps it from throwing like it should. I think that's old TC making all that racket. Try to spread them out where they don't fuss with each other so much. I'm trying to eat this stuff. But look here. Instead of eating up there privately, here comes Forrest out here to eat with the gang. And here's Ranger. She likes to eat with the big dogs. Instead of eating on the porch where they don't have to battle anybody, they like to be, I guess, sociable. And I don't know what they're thinking about. They'll be eating up there where they don't have to battle anybody for food. I guess once they get through eating down here, they can go back and eat on the porch. See how many we got out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think there's 21. I didn't count somebody twice. And here comes Jenny. She's going to come out here and eat too. Food in here is a mixture of corn and South Fresh feed. So it takes them a little longer to eat than if it was just all corn. And it's better for them too. Well, Forrest and Jenny are already back up on the porch. I think they just go out there to make sure that the bunch out there's not getting something that they are not getting, so they don't want to miss out on anything, but they got smart and came back up here on the porch. You can hear them crunching away. Lucy, no. No, Lucy. Or y'all want some carrots? Or y'all want some carrots? What about you? Were you wanting carrots? Let me go get some carrots. Y'all want? Hey, Ranger boy, pretty boy. The prettiest boy on the block right there. Yes, it is. Yeah, and there's the pretty girl. And little brother and sister. Those are Lucy's babies. And And these are the twins over here. Let's see if I can go find them some carrots. Hi guys, we've had our carrots. I want to show y'all something. I want you to see how much these deer are shedding. They're shedding their winter coats. Look at that. I just got through blowing the porch off with the blower a while ago, where they've shed all over the porch. And if you get close to them, you get it all over your clothes. They're all just shedding like crazy. The birds should have plenty of stuff to build their nest with. If they'll just look around in the yard, there'll be plenty of nest building material for the birds. Look at that. They're getting ready to put on their sleek summer clothes. And they'll change color just a little bit whenever all that comes off. But look at all that. Look at all that hair that they're shedding. And they're all doing that at the same time. So, yeah, you just barely touch them. And come here, Ranger. Come here, pretty boy. Lucy thinks I've got some more carrots. I don't have any more carrots. Don't. Forrest likes to have his head scratched between his ears. They all have something going on all the time. They're either shedding or growing antlers or losing antlers or having babies or in the rut. There's something going on in the life of a deer year round. They're not a boring animal at all. Nature just keeps them busy. And the changing seasons brings about change all the time. And so it's very interesting what all they go through throughout the year. And it just happens naturally.